For a decade, people on the left lie about this side and lie about Trump and lie about Charlie Kirk. They call them fascists. They call them Nazis. They call them racist. They call them bigots. They say that they're full of hate. For decades, this happens. Somebody shoots Charlie Kirk, who professed that Charlie Kirk was too hateful. He puts Antifa messaging on the bullets, including, all the stuff about Charlie Kirk being a fascist. The left celebrates the death of this person for days. Who did it? Obviously, a MAGA guy.
MAGA, clearly MAGA.
Yeah, fucking delusional.
How fucking ridiculous.
ABC pulls Jimmy Kimmel Live from the air indefinitely, and Ryan basically went through the series of what happened. Benny Johnson had the FCC chairman on Wednesday morning. So this was from Monday nights. Jimmy Kimmel, it made the rounds on Twitter. Tuesday, people were definitely clapping back on Jimmy about it, but I don't think anybody on planet Earth thought Disney's ABC was going to do anything about it. I didn't even think about it. I didn't think he would get fired or anything because he said stuff like this and this hyperbolic before.
Way worse.
Yeah, he said way worse. He said people deserve to die because they didn't take the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I didn't think anything was going to come of it. And Benny brings the FCC chairman. And listen, let's the FCC chairman saying something carries weight, even if it's like, hey, we might look into it. That does carry weight, but it usually doesn't cause a company to panic, to do this. It doesn't.
And I maintain it didn't.
No,
it didn't.
It didn't.
What caused them to panic was the fact that they were being contacted by sponsors and advertisers who were not going to run anything on there. All the local ABC affiliate networks, dozens and dozens of them, had made the decisions themselves not to air it. And then when execs were talking to Jimmy Kimmel about the path forward or whatever, and they wanted the temperature to be taken down, they didn't ask him to apologize, but they just wanted to know what he was going to say. It was that he was going to double down on his comments and, from their perspective, fan the flames that were already burning. So that's when they said, okay, we're going to suspend it indefinitely, and we're going to meet with you and figure out a path forward here.
And they did this because a lot of these people that are defending Jimmy here didn't see what happened. A week prior, somebody was murdered for his speech and for disagreeing. So the flames were going already. That's why they had a problem with it.
Yeah, he's just going to throw more gasoline onto the fire.
And these are flames that they have been fanning and throwing gas on for 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years.
That was why Kimmel's comment was taken so serious by people, because it meant that we are not going to change anything. We're going to keep doing this to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now the left found this as an opportunity to say, oh, now we can get the attention on us. Now we can get the spotlight away from the murder of this innocent person. And instead, it's all about us. Typical left.
We're the victims. They're the fascists.
They're trying to make him into Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not.
Absolutely. That's what they're doing. They're like Stephen Colbert on his show. We are all Jimmy Kimmel.
Yep. It's like, get fuck you. You fucking scum.
They're scum. They're absolute scum. They're more upset about Kimmel
not being the victims, and they couldn't handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
They're literally more upset about what happened to Jimmy Kimmel than what happened to Charlie.
Absolutely.
Kirk. That tells you everything you need to know about these people.
And I'm not surprised about that at all. Like I said earlier, in the halls of Lucasfilm and Disney and fucking Naughty Dog and any other gaming or entertainment company you can think of, they were celebrating. There absolutely was. There was little high fives.
Yeah, we did. We saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't even doing it behind the doors. They were doing it on
public.
Blue Sky, where they thought nobody would see because it's an echo chamber.
Well, there was a lot more doing it behind the scenes. But yeah, it's everywhere, and it's discouraging. Kimmel was reportedly about to give controversial monologue when he was suspended. He asked to take down the temperature. This was the side that was saying take down the temperature the whole week up until they didn't take down the temperature. How's the temperature out there in everybody's world right now? Does it feel
pretty hot?
Yeah, pretty fucking high right now. Late night host Jimmy Kimmel was reportedly about to deliver another controversial monologue when his show was suspended by Disney's ABC this week. According to CNN, which spoke to an unnamed source familiar with the situation, Kimmel was prepared to deliver a monologue on Wednesday evening addressing the backlash he had received for another monologue that week, is that what you want to call it, about the murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. He's just conservative activist Charlie Kirk. That's
I love how they have to continue to preface that. Why can't you just say human Charlie Kirk or just Charlie Kirk?
Yeah.
Or a man that was assassinated. You know,
I actually I appreciate that they added conservative because it points out the fact that that's why he was murdered.
Yeah,
because he's a conservative.
Good point.
Not he wasn't just anybody in the street. He was specifically a conservative that had a talking point that somebody didn't like, to the point that because they were indoctrinated to the point that they got a rifle and shot
activist. I mean, conservative is probably more accurate.
If you heard Kimmel and you heard it on, I can't remember which other late night host said the same, maybe, but they keep referring to the shooter as a kid. They keep trying to use like sympathetic language, like it's just a kid. This kid that no, it's not a kid. It's a 22-year-old radicalized leftist with his furry fucking trans boyfriend.
Oh, but he had a beautiful relationship with that trans boyfriend.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Have they referred to referred to the shooter? Good point. Have they referred to the shooter as a radical leftist?
No,
at all.
No.
Once.
No.
Interesting.
They have referred to him as MAGA.
Yes.
Yeah, because the first thing I think of with Republicans is a furry fucker. Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah. In all fairness, mainstream leftist beliefs are radical. Because anything right of them is, anything right of Stalin is fucking them. So,
because like even the leftists, when Charlie Kirk was murdered, they came out and said, "This is not what we should be doing. This is horrible." Those people were then yelled at by their chats, by the people that follow them, because they're not radical enough. So that is the mainstream leftist idea, is to be radicalized and to be in the streets and be accosting people. That's because like the people in the government have been telling them to do that.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
So let's go to his statement. Let's hear that again and get it over with. Fucking.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing,
so
that's the comment.
That's the comment
right there. This is like I said earlier.
It's just jokes.
Double speak to the max, dude. Yeah. This is exactly what he is doing at this very moment.
Trying to score political points.
He's literally contradicting himself as he's speaking.
And
all the information
is a weapon of the left, though. They use it all the time. They call us Nazis. They call us fascists and all that. They exhibit fascistic behavior. Yeah. And fucking Nazism rises from socialism, which they claim to be. So it's all projection, always has been. The biggest lie of the fucking modern era is the fact that Nazism and fascism has risen from the right. It hasn't. It always rises from the left. All of this extreme behavior rises from the fucking left, and it always fucking will. And this, if we've ever seen a prime example right now, living right fucking today, this is fucking it. It is the bare face of fucking degeneracy and fucking filth right there. That guy is inhuman. We've been dehumanized to the degree, but we're looking literally at zero humanity whatsoever. It's all now about scoring points. It's all now about trying to turn the rhetoric back to themselves, victim blame back on themselves. How can we be the victims of this? How can we shut these people up? We gave them a couple of days to mourn this guy after we fucking killed him. And now it's time for us to be the fucking center of attention again. Fuck off, all of you. You're not fucking human. You don't deserve to exist in a fucking civilization. Or get a fucking island, go to it, stay, never fucking leave, and do your own little chaz over there. But right now, I fucking fear for humanity right now.
Like that whole thing you just mentioned, right? It just shows, right? You would like go to an island somewhere. they would not even give us that. They would say, no, die. Like, literally, that's what they would do is, no, we'd rather you die and be off this earth. We at the very least are like, hey, go to this island or, just go away,
or
right?
Just stay
that's how extreme they are.
Stay in California. Just stay in California. Just stay there.
Yeah.
I said this before.
Let's make it a penal colony for madness.
Yeah. Like Escape from New York and Escape from LA. Before we streamed, I was saying this. There was a glimmering moment, just for a sheer moment after the tragic death, that this could have been a moment for everybody to go, look, okay, let's get our heads out of water. Go, man, we've gone too far. Left, right. Let's go. We just have disagreements. Let's just have conversations. This is horrible. Let's denounce that. But instead, we saw people celebrating the death,
calling for more,
calling for more, and then this fuckhead going out on national television and saying these lies to continue the same bullshit we've been doing for the last forever. We could have got sober real quick. But instead, we took more
Garrett,
shots.
don't you understand? All violence comes from the right.
And what makes this fucking worse, not that it could get any worse, is I, for 100%, believe Jimmy Kimmel believes all this. This is probably the one authentic thing he's ever said is, I don't want to apologize. And I said in my video, good, don't. Nobody's going to fucking believe you anyway. But this fucker's doing it for clicks. He's doing it to make money because what's happened with these late night talk show hoes, because that's what they are.
Right.
Bunch of fucking hoes.
Right
there you go. Is they are losing relevance. They're a 20th century model that's fading anyway, and all they can have is their captured audience. So they're just going to play hard to their base. This is why he's going in hard, because he's trying to bring more attention to his fucking fledgling show. Which, let's be real, ABC found an excuse. They found an excuse to let somebody, his show's losing money. If Colbert's show, which was doing better, is losing money, his show is losing money. He makes what, $15 million a year? Is that what I heard? What Kimmel makes?
That's what I heard. It's a Jonathan Major situation. Like, they see that they have dead weight, but you can't just outright fire them because it's not a good look. Opportunity arises, and it's like, yeah, let's get rid of them.
Right, well,
that makes the most sense.
And that's the little pickle Hollywood is in right now with their activism is, there was a time you could just fire people when they're bad at their jobs or they become too much of a pain in the ass. But when you go out, Kimmel's not in this case, but Kimmel is definitely a Democratic operative, has a lot of powerful people behind him. So firing him would cause Hollywood, you've heard this before, Disbrew, a lot of political capital. So it's probably worth it to them.
Obama came out and defended him.
Yes.
Like, when you've got ex-presidents coming out to go, and AOC is now defending him in the government. If you have people giving speeches in Parliament about you, yeah, they're probably related to you in some way or get something from it.
I think more than anything else, it's like, more than anything else, the reason you have Obama and all this stuff, it's because what happened to Charlie Kirk and the aftermath of that, with so many on that side celebrating, is the worst, maybe one of like the lowest points we've seen for their side in history, because it woke up so many people. I think they are panicked now because the optics of Charlie Kirk being killed are so bad for them. So now they are trying to make this into the biggest possible thing that they can to one, distract from that and return it back to, this is fascism. These are Nazis. Look at what they're doing. That's what it feels like to me. And that's why you have someone like Obama getting involved.
Yeah, and I have no idea what Disney's going to do. Disney could buckle. They could throw him back on the air. Who fucking knows? But I don't think the public's going to let him get away with deflecting from Charlie Kirk. By the way, Charlie Kirk's not in the ground yet.
I mean, they were celebrated before his body was even cold, so this isn't surprising at all.
Well, this isn't the best deflection anyway, because it's about the thing that you're trying to deflect from. So by keeping this in the public eye, people will keep talking about the thing that you don't want them to.
Yep.
And they'll lose more relevance. If they're fighting that hard for a show that gets watched by, 1 million people a night?
Well, hang on. Tim Pool reported that Kimmel was only getting 129,000 views.
In the key demo.
So
he gets about a little over 1 million views total.
That's not totality.
A little over 1 million views total. But the fact that the key demo's there, it just shows you, okay, there's a financial reason why they made this decision.
Absolutely. And those numbers are probably right, because when we were looking at the key demos for shows like Batwoman, and that's about what it was. It's a bunch of 50-year-olds and old people falling asleep to their television and whatever airport it's in.
Jimmy's gonna milk this for everything he can so that he can have. He wants to do a podcast. He idolizes
come on.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, do it, bro.
Let's go.
Ever since the lockdown, he has wanted to just do something from home, just like Howard. And this is to get all the elite Hollywood on his side so that he can line up a sweet list of guests for when he eventually does a podcast or whatever his next sad endeavor is going to be.
It's going to be hilarious.
Strike Force 5.
I can't wait. I hope he does it so everybody can see him get less views in this stream right now. That'd be fucking great.
Great.
I'd love for them to come in there. Remember when they tried during the strike, all 5 of the late night hosts did a podcast, and John Oliver's head was framed like this, like his camera was down here.
What are you trying to say?
And they
You.
I think that is a personal attack.
That was a personal attack, Disbro. I'm looking right at you.
Hi, everyone. It's Jeremy from the Quartering here.
Tilted. All you have to do is tilt it, Disbrew. I don't see why.
We could be.
Do you know how long it took me to fix that light that I just had to walk across the room to turn off?
So I say bring it on. We've seen what they can do. And can they do it without all their writers? Of course, he'll bring his writers to the podcast. It just doesn't work. They all want to be Joe Rogan. That's Joe Rogan is the late night. Gutfeld's the late night king on broadcast. Joe Rogan is the king, absolutely the king of interviews. One of the best celebrity interviews because most celebrity interviews are vapid bullshit. Was the one with Josh Brolin. That was a great interview, and you can get them to be real because Jimmy Kimmel isn't that. He's one of the biggest phonies in Hollywood, and he was an okay comedian, right? He was okay on the Man Show. Adam Carolla carried the fucking Man Show. All right. Adam Carolla is a funny dude. And Adam Carolla has a successful podcast. Adam Carolla doesn't need a set of fucking writers to just go out and do it. Jeremy talked about it on his stream, one of his 1,000 streams this week.
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He can riff. Like the way he runs his show is like he'll give up a lot of control to just see. He'll just go with whatever's fun.
Jeremy was going over the Piers Morgan, Don Lemon interview, which was fucking
God, that was so funny.
Laughing my ass off.
So good.
That's what I said. I've already said
Don
it.
Lemon.
And when he asks him about something, he's like, well, I'm not prepared to talk about that. It's like, prepare on a live stream?
It's because you're fucking
You brought
retarded.
up the topic.
Yeah.
You brought it up, dude. You're not prepared.
Who prepares?
I love that when he's doing man on the street shit and people are like, you suck. Don Lemon, you suck.
That's one of the issues with their beliefs. So, like the way I work, and I'm assuming way a lot of people work, is you have core beliefs that you then build other things on. So if you're hit with a new situation, you just go off your core morality and you can decide what you think about it.
Yeah.
But they have to find out what everybody else in their friend group believes so that they can also believe the same thing. That's one of the reasons that they find these shows so important, is because it's like the latest download for everyone to keep up to date with what the correct opinion is so they can all believe it simultaneously.
That's great.
It's the 45-minute hate every night. I can get in. I know who to hate. I know it's Donald Trump. Who is it? Is it Charlie Kirk now? It's the people that are really sad about his death. Those are the people that hate. Those are the people that hate.
Yeah, they're NPCs, man.
Here's Jimmy Kimmel on his own firing.
Fox News has severed bow ties with Tucker Carlson. After all these years, they are parting ways, which means he was fired. I mean, that's really what parting ways means.
My bad. He's talking about Tucker, not him.
Okay. Sadly, he's probably not done poisoning old people's brains. The question now is, where will he do it next? Will he go to OAN? Will he go to Newsmax? Will he crawl back up Satan's fiery beehole from whence he came? We don't know. One of the most despicable mother Tuckers ever to appear on American television.
Where's the
Fox
joke?
News.
Yeah.
Where are the jokes?
Well, hey,
Seriously,
man.
where are the jokes?
He just wanted to make you laugh, but now he's making it cry.
That's also a clear distinction in the comment that we're talking about that resulted in his suspension. It wasn't a joke, right? No aspect of that lead up was joking. And that's part of the reason that's getting such vitriol.
They really wanted it to be MAGA. They wanted it to be. They desperately didn't want it to be somebody from, yes, your side, your very pro Antifa side. How many actors quietly love Antifa? How many comic creators had Antifa flags on their fucking bios 3 years ago?
Yeah.
A lot, which is now a terrorist organization.
Yeah.
nerderotic.com. Please subscribe.